Thomas. My name is Nye McGee with EURweb.com. Thank you for giving me your time today to speak about this wonderful film.
Down in the muddy Ohio, blue bridge in the snow.
Hey, what's her name, by the way?
Dandelion.
No.
Well, it's the name I'm giving you.
What drew you to the role of Dandelion, and how did you prepare for portraying her journey as a struggling singer-songwriter?
I think the big thing that drew me to it was the opportunity to share that I'm a singer and my own love of music. And then also the fact that this character was also from Cincinnati, because I was just like, that's random. So I knew that it would give me an opportunity to pour, my love of Cincinnati and everything that I learned, growing up there. And I think having such a close connection to such an important part of the character, it just allowed me to pour more of myself into it. So I think the preparation for me was really just mining so much of myself and just seeing where the overlaps in, Dandelion's journey as a singer-songwriter, my journey as an actor, and just the things that I've wrestled with that I see Dandelion wrestling with. And I just got to pour all of that into it.
I wanted to do this part because I really instantly connected and resonated with Casey, and I saw a lot of myself in him, and I saw a lot of some of the insecurities and vulnerabilities, and we express them very differently as humans. I'll put on a kind of happy-go-lucky, make a lot of jokes, you won't know kind of thing. Whereas he'll definitely, he can't hide it, but it's still the same underneath. And so, yeah, I that to go into those darker places and those more vulnerable spots, it was really, really scary, but I was ready as an actor to kind of try that and experience that and experiment with that. And so, yeah, that's what definitely drew me toward Casey. And yeah, I mean, it's heartbreaking. I think it's a bit of a sad case. And at the end of the film, it's sad. It's very sad.
Casey did Dandelion so wrong. I was like, oh, I can't believe this is where we're going with this story. I felt a knife through the heart. On that note, Kiki, what aspects of Dandelion's story do you think will resonate most with audiences?
Um, I think her trying to find her place and find comfort in knowing that like there's space for who she is. We see her wrestling with like, is there space for her? She goes into all these spaces, they're very white spaces, very male dominated spaces. And we see her kind of like, what am I doing? And then everything going on with her mom. And I think that is something that anyone who's pursuing something that isn't guaranteed to like put hundreds of thousands of dollars into your bank account every year, I think anyone can connect to that of like bills need to be paid, things need to be taken care of. And we see Casey and Dandelion wrestling with that and see the choices that, they make in response to it. So I think I'm hoping people connect with that and that's like a big thing that audiences take away and feel from both of these characters.
The romance between Dandelion and Casey is central to this film. How did you and Kiki develop the chemistry needed to bring this relationship to life on screen?
She's a lucky girl, you know. We've been asked this a few times, but it was just there. It was just there. I mean, we did a lot of kind of non-verbal exercises, a lot of eye contact, physical touch things. We worked with an intimacy coordinator, and we did some really beautiful exercises. I wouldn't even know what you'd call them, but it was all just kind of movement and trusting
Yeah.
each other. But as for chemistry, I mean, yeah, it was it was just there, I guess. And so it was just building upon that and finding a trust and she was amazing to work with, and I could be that vulnerable self in that state. So yeah, it's great.
This film explores themes of artistic fulfillment and personal growth. How did you connect with these themes through Casey's perspective?
I think I think that's amazing. One thing I love about my job is that yeah, you suspend reality and you're pretending you to be someone else, but you're trying to be this other person as authentically and as real as possible. And there's structures to it as well. So you're following a script. So within that script, you find the authenticity. Now, as a human being, that's an amazing opportunity for you to then reevaluate your own life, which doesn't have a script. It doesn't have structure, even though we think it does. It doesn't really. And so it's an amazing opportunity to get insights into your own preconceived notions of who you think that you are, what you think, or what you believe and stuff. And yeah, Casey was no exception to that. And it definitely made me reevaluate my own needs for validations and fears of failure.
Obviously, this film showcases the power of music to transform lives, right? How did the music in the film influence your portrayal of this character?
I mean, the music is everything. Is Dandelion's heart and soul, and so just being, I had to be committed to pouring as much of myself into that music, and I think it was such a gift that both of us are from Cincinnati, and so I could pour more of my real experience of growing up in the city, things that I've seen, things that I've gone through on this journey as an artist, and even just my own experience of like the things that I'll put into my own songs, just like pouring all of that into the music. I don't think it would have worked without it, because it's such a massive piece of who she is in the story. So in some ways it was kind of scary, to be that vulnerable and be like, oh, I'm gonna talk about that. Yeah, that's the lyric that came out. So I guess so. Yeah, that was, yeah, the music is, it's everything. It's everything.
What do you hope audiences take away from Dandelion after experiencing Casey and Dandelion's journey together?
I think it's a really nice kind of juxtaposition that you have these two together, and one kind of never gives up and never stops believing in themselves, and the other one did. And I mean, yeah, testament to being courageous and to going after your dreams and to self belief. I want people to be able to. I mean, I personally did. So watching how Casey went through life versus how Dandelion does, and I mean, nothing's cut or dry, nothing's black or white. But yeah, to be inspired by Dandelion and her resilience and her honesty. Yeah.
Just the artist's journey, just all the things that we go through, all of the things that we question that keep us up at night, and not even just in the arts, but I think any passion. I want people to feel how much Casey and Dandelion love music, and to think about the thing that they love so much and that they're fighting for, and just holding on to that, and knowing that it's a journey, but if you still love it, keep going.
Very good. Kiki Thomas, that's my time. Thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thanks. Now,
Thank
lovely to speak to you, Paul. Have a good one.